Hello everyone, welcome back. In today's video, I am vlogging randomly and just talking about whatever comes to mind during the week I spent in Joburg. I had traveled during the rainy season. Not the rainy season, the rainy day, and it is pouring like nobody's business. Johannesburg, Gauteng is a summer rainfall area, and we're currently in our last days of winter, so I wasn't really expecting it to rain. And we got off the plane and we are on our way inside the airport. Sifikile Goli, liyanetha imvula, and I was supposed to fly here yesterday, but my flight got cancelled yesterday and I flew in today. And right now I need to go get my luggage and leave. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Yes, we are. And now I'm headed to the baggage claim section and look at these paintings. Maybe sometime in the near future I should do a virtual tour of the OR Tambo International Airport. OR Tambo International Airport. There's another painting over there. You see, people are wearing coats and jerseys because it's cold. This is another painting. Jibber jabber. But you're probably wondering, what am I doing here? Why am I here? Well, this is the reason why I'm in Joburg. Got my luggage, and now I have to exit and go look for someone with my name, holding my name as a sign, so they can drive me to the hotel where I'll be staying. And this is where people get out. Let's go. Now I am out of the airport and on my way to the hotel. Driving in the rain during winter in Gauteng. Out and about. What can I talk to you guys about as we're driving outside? All I can say is that I'm always doing exciting things during winter. Or not that I'm doing exciting things. I always film my videos in winter for you guys. As you can see, the trees do not have any leaves. They have shed all their leaves to prove that we're in winter right now. And I have no idea why I can't film in spring for you guys. I always film when it's always dry and ashy. But worry not. One day is one day. And I mean, this is a semi-arid country after all. Let's keep driving, and we are on our way to the airport, and this is what the road looks like from the airport. And as we're driving, we drove past Alexandra Township, which is a township which I made a video about for you guys. But those who didn't see it, this is one of the most impoverished townships in Gauteng, and it is situated right next to the wealthiest suburb area in Johannesburg. What is interesting about it is the fact that it was initially made to be a wealthy and affluent area for the colonizers, but then the colonizers decided to let it go because, according to them, it was way too far away from the city. So they just wanted a place that would be close to the city and way more convenient. So they didn't want to just let it go. They wanted to make some money out of it. Shh, what's that noise? It looks like my neighbor's rearranging furniture, but I'm continuing with the video right now. And so they decided to let it go by selling it to South Africans who are from South Africa. And it is now known as the Alexandra Township that you know of, where it was a place where black Africans could buy their own land. So they grabbed that opportunity because it doesn't come very often. And now we're transitioning from Alexandra to the wealthiest part, which is Sandton. As you can see, we're in Sandton, and I have arrived at the airport. I had arrived at the hotel where I'll be staying. And before filming this video, it was all quiet. Now that I hit record, it feels like my neighbor's rearranging furniture. I'm like, what is happening? Why does it feel like I'm hearing things being dragged on the floor? Anyway, let us continue. Now I am at the Radisson Blue Hotel, which is where I will be residing during my stay in Gauteng. I am making my way up and away, up and away. And right about now, I am going to the reception floor in order to check in. And this is the reception floor. And this is the receptionist who will be helping me check in. Super nice human being. I stayed here for an entire week. I stayed for 6 days. I arrived on Sunday and then I left on Saturday. Here's my room that I'll be staying in. Just want to give you guys a quick tour, and let's look at our view. It's afternoon and the sun is about to set, as you can see. Okay, cool. And here is the reason that I am here. I attended the event that I was here for. I was in a Y20 working group. Y20 working group for the G20 event. Just like listening to people. They're also presenting on what they've been doing, etc. And I at least delivered a keynote. And when you're attending these things, I always feel or get shy to ask people to film me. I Johannesburg for this working group, only for the presenters to be online. Why couldn't we have done it online? Why couldn't we have done it online? And then after that, I made my way to the reception and I saw that, they have a lot of books around here. Maybe there will be something I can read whilst I'm relaxing sometime, which is super exciting. Always exciting. And then I made my way back to my floor, back to where I was staying. And then I went to go get dinner afterwards, and dinner is always buffet. And here I am opening the different dishes, which is quite strange. You know, when someone has cooked or you have cooked and someone keeps opening your pots, that's quite irritating. And it's very annoying. And yeah, I was doing it. And there's the city at night, the city of gold, Egoli Baba, Gautini. What is my neighbor doing? Oh my goodness, what is my neighbor doing? Anyway, I hope you guys don't hear that sound because, yeah. And then the following day, here I am dancing and dancing to go get lunch, to have discussions based on the waking group now, and all that. There's the waking group for the 2030 agenda. And yeah, I was looking forward to listening to what the person who has been working on the 2030 agenda has been doing. And then before going down, before it starts, I like being always early, but before it started, I got my breakfast and headed that side. I was like, I'm still early, there's like 20 minutes left, but I like being early though, as there was 20 minutes that was still left. I decided to just sit around and browse through a couple of books that are at the reception area to just see what they're all about. This one, I can't remember the title, but all I know is like it had a dramatic title, and then when I read it, it then reminded me of why I'm not really into fictional books. And my friend, who is from Okinawa in Japan, loves fictional books, and we would talk about what we've been reading. And I recall her once mentioning that she was reading a book about fake blood being invented, and after fake blood was invented, then the vampires came out of their hiding, because now they didn't have to hide who they are, since they can get the fake blood. And what's funny is that Japan has now invented fake blood, in order to help people who need blood transfusion, so that you don't have to donate blood for such, which is such a wonderful thing. When I read that article that Japan invented fake blood, I couldn't help but think about the book that my friend was reading, that fictional book. But I was like, nah, man, vampires are not real. Nah. Don't overthink it. And yeah, I was drinking water thinking about it. Are vampires now going to come to life that fake blood is invented? As I'm sipping and gulping my glass of water. Cheers. Okay. And after that, what did I do? minutes have gone by, and I enjoyed, being part of the waking group, and I did give in my input. Not gonna lie, without giving too much of it. And on my way down there, I will have to tell you that I am seriously disappointed in the 2030 agenda of South Africa. Within the agenda, the different working groups, and they have their own targets, right? And then based on your targets, you have to meet them. This target, the people working on it, they did not meet it, and they're saying that since 2030 is around the corner and they didn't meet their target, they're gonna use proxies. And my comment was like, you guys need to be serious. You can't be using proxies. There are funds that were put in place for this, and you should be using the actual funds. Why would you use a proxy for something that is fully funded? I mean, all other countries did not put any proxies or use proxies. South Africa is going to be a laughing stock if you guys use proxies. I was so angered by that. I was so frustrated by that. And the report was sent to everybody for review. I reviewed it. It was poorly written. They were like words that are used interchangeably, like synonyms, yet they mean different things. I was like, oh my god. And this was given to somebody, the funds to do this thing were given to somebody who's a retired old man. And I'm thinking to myself, with such great young minds, unemployed South Africans, they could have done a great job at this. You could have just given this to young South Africans to do it. Why? Like, I'm so disappointed at how our country, the trajectory of where our country is going. And then I went out to go get fresh air, and then I told myself, I want absolutely nothing to do with this waking group. Like, why did they even invite me? I tried my best to help the country because I love my country by providing comments on the report, and I also verbalized it so that everybody understands that if South Africa puts out this report, it's going to be a laughing stock. The country is definitely going to be a laughing stock. And I hope that they did take my points and additions into consideration. And point number one, they don't even have an appendix page. Anyway, head it back. Let's not think about it. I tried to define terms for them in the report. Like, this means that. You can't be using it as this. Oh my god, that's what are you doing? Anyway, let's not think about it. Okay, right about now, let me just show you guys. Let's just head back to where I was making my comments. And right now, I feel like a corporate baddie, you know what I mean? I feel like the Olivia Pope of South Africa, if that makes any sense. The workaholic part of Olivia Pope, not the personal side of Olivia Pope. Okay, now let's make our way to the venue where we had the meeting, the waking group, where I provided inputs. And by the way, to be part of the waking group, you're not paid anything. Absolutely not paid anything. You're not getting anything. You're just being a loyal citizen who's just providing inputs on something. And I love helping out others, just like I love making YouTube videos to help you guys fall asleep, because honestly speaking, I'm not really making much from this because I don't put mid-roll ads. I don't have sponsorship for my YouTube videos. And come in, let me show you where we had the waking group. This was where the waking group was, and I was so brutally honest was it. Let's not talk about this anymore. Let's just come with me. Why are you still here? Come. Let me take you along and just let's just explore the area. These are the paintings on the wall. Here are the paintings on the wall, and here I am, up, up, up and away, up and away, going up and down, and I'm up to my room again, up to my room again. Okay, let's see, what else we going to do? And I'm out here holding my tripod, trying to film for you guys, so that you guys can have something to watch, because it's been a hectic month and I haven't had sit-down videos to film for you guys. So yeah, I'm like, oh, what am I gonna do? You know what? Let me just film a vlog and try to kill multiple birds with one stone. And here we are. And every time I'm on the elevator, I feel like always doing like funny poses, funny faces, and just dancing around, just randomly dancing when I'm alone in the elevator. I just love being alone. Just goof around. And they always say that there are cameras, but you know what? I don't care. Always just goof around and dance in the elevator. Just dance around, and then let me walk on the corridor. Every time I am walking in a space like this, I'm always reminded of the movie called The Shining. Yes, Johnny. There's the reception down there. Yes, Johnny. And then I always think of, come play with us. Come play with us. Forever and ever and ever and ever. Oh my goodness. I did not charge my camera battery, and I am filming this voiceover on my camera, and then my battery is like flickering to like, girl, judge me now. And I'm like, I want to make this 40 minutes long. What do I do now? What a long day it was. And I'm back, and yes, the room, yes, the bathroom, and what else can I tell you guys? I do not watch TVs and look at the view in a hotel. And I made a story time for you guys about why I don't. Yes, the city during daytime, afternoon, there's not much traffic down there either. Just a peaceful area. Absolutely lovely. Hey. Absolutely love it. Put down my bag. Go get dinner. Am I repeating the same dinner clip again? I honestly just took clips for you guys to make this vlog, but shh, don't tell anyone. And I was randomly like mixing them to prepare this. Don't tell anyone, don't tell anybody about I told you this, but no, I think this was a different day. Because on the other one I went by the window, but yeah, I went to go get a plate so I can dish out food for myself. And yeah, I am on my seat eating. This is from a different day. Yes, the city of gold at night. Do you see it? Peaceful and quiet. Yeah, I was. Rise and shine. 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 guy swimming. Shh. What is my neighbor doing? Oh my god. I always bring a swimsuit just in case if I just want to relax by the pool after a long week, because during the week it's always like busy. But during the weekend, like closer to the weekend on my last day, then I can come, like just relax and chill by the pool. But I always make sure that I only put my feet on my entire body, because I don't like public swimming pools. Even if they do look clean, I don't like that. I like swimming at the beach. I like moving water, not still water. I'm like, oh my goodness, what if someone peed in here? I'm always like worried about that. But when I came here, I was dressed like this. Is that a tiger, cheetah print for a cheetah girls who watched Cheetah Girls? I know I did. It's one of my absolute favorite movies. That's so Raven. It's a picture I can see, and I was just randomly like observing the area, and then there were helicopters like flying by, like that one over there. Do you see it? Do you see it? I hope you do. I hope you do see it. But I did not get time to come here and swim, or at least put my foot in, because it was such a busy week. And even now, when I was filming this, there were people looking at me inside, like pulling out their heads, which would have been awkward if I was sitting there alone by the pool in my swimsuit, because I always go to a beach where nobody knows me when I'm wearing my swimsuit. It's one of those paranoia things where you just want to be free, and you're free where nobody knows you and where people mind their own business. That's the way I always go, which is usually like the gated beach areas. And my absolute favorite is Boulder's Beach. I've been there a million times, trust me. After that, I had then gone to go visit my friend before I leave. There's a friend of mine who stays in Sandton, and I told them like, hey, I'm in Gauteng, I'm in Josie, and we should catch up. And they're like, oh my gosh, you should come over, like let's catch up. It's the friend that I once mentioned to you guys in my other video, that they just bought a house, so they had a housewarming, etc. And then I went there for their housewarming, but now I was just going there to like see how they had put things together in their home. It was absolutely lovely. I'm so happy for them. Absolutely amazing. And now we're driving there. When Sandton, eGoli, Gauteng. Andazi bandizawuthetha ntoni ke ngoku. Ndiyandividiyela nje endleleni ngondiqhubayo, aqhubayo. Sihambayo. So my friend was like, come, and then I'll bring you back. And then after meeting up with my friend, I headed back to go fetch my suitcase so that I could leave. And then it was a great catching up with my friend. Really enjoy catching up with them. It's always nice to do that. And then they dropped me, but they don't want to be DVD'd. They don't want to be filmed by me, so I didn't film them. And now that I'm back, I got my suitcase and headed back to the airport. And as I was communicating with my driver on the phone, they were messaging or emailing saying that they'll be fetching me around this time, and yes, blah 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 blah, via the company, right? And they kept referring to me as sir, Mr. Siviwe, and I didn't bother to correct them. And here is the driver right now, and he was like, oh my gosh, yo, all this time I've been referring to you as Sir, Mr. Siviwe, why did you correct me? I was like, it happens Don't worry about it. Absolutely fine. It's no bother. And then now I'm on my way back to the airport. And that's a taxi over there. That minibus. I had taken time to charge my camera because the battery died as I was still talking to you guys, and I have no idea where I was. All I know is that I am stuck in traffic. Joking, because I always peak the time where it's just freeing and empty on the road. I don't catch early flights or flights that are in the evening when it's close to clocking off at work. Just big flights in between. That way I wouldn't have to get stuck on the highway. So it's so peaceful. No cars at all, just me cruising as I'm on my way to the airport. Masiqobe ndihambe andigcwalisanga nakakhulu elibhetri, ndigcwale nje bamalibe nebhari enye ndikwazi ukuqhubekeka ndidividiye xa igcwele ibhari enye, ngoba xa ingekho andazi uba ndizawuthini. After that I went to go chill with the lions, but they were not there, only saw ostriches. Such a beautiful dance at this other event that I attended. Beautiful dance. Umxhentso, as we call it in the Xhosa language. Umxhentso. And then my favorite is this one, which is a dance by the Khoisans, indigenous people of South Africa. Absolutely beautiful. Lovely. If you want to see more of this, check out my video about traditional Xhosa dances, where I describe it with visuals. And this is me at the event, and I am just walking around. And after that, I had gone to visit the caves. And you're probably wondering, what is interesting about these caves? Well, these are the caves where the cradle of humankind originates from. This is where fossil specimens were found. They found Little Foot and Miss Ples down here. Little Foot was found between 1994 and 1998. They kept finding parts of Little Foot. And Little Foot got the name because of the foot. They were little. And then we have Miss Ples, which provided evidence that human evolution happened in Africa. And Miss Ples was found between 2.1 and 2.5 million years ago. That's how old the fossil is. Miss Plus is 2.5 million years old. That's such a long time. Cradle of humankind. And this is our tour guide who is explaining to us about this the cave, and how, the man who were working on it, what they discovered, and the types of rocks that are found here. We have dolomite, which is used for making toothpaste, bricks, pillars, etc. And the cave is it does not have an echo, so if you scream, nobody would really hear you. And he explained that it's due to the water. The water absorbs the sound, hence there's no echo. It's more like you having furniture on your home, so there's no echo when you have furniture. And then he showed us this, but you can't quite see it on the camera. But this one now, it looks like an elephant. The ears on the side, and then there's the trunk down there, as you can see it. But he also mentioned that it also kind of looks like there's the trunk, there are the ears. And then he also mentioned that it kind of looks like the map of South Africa. Not map of Africa, sorry, the map of the African continent. And then over here, he was showing us silica, but you can't quite see it, but it looks like tiny bottles that are shaped like needles. If you were to touch that, oh my goodness, I can't even believe it. Kind of looks like it has like tiny thorns, like you would find in prickly pear. But now they look like glass, clear glass. And what's funny enough is that silica is used for making glass. So we were advised not to touch it because it's one of the most painful experiences ever to touch it. Horrible. Don't touch it, don't touch it, don't touch it. And we made our way to different areas within the cave. I wouldn't advise you to come here if you are claustrophobic, because there's so many areas that are very narrow, and someone ended up crying because of how narrow it was. And what was interesting was that before the tour, we were asked if there was someone who is a sangoma, a traditional doctor, and there was a person who lifted up their hand and said they are a sangoma, and they were told to stay close to the god because a sangoma is a traditional doctor, or an African doctor, African healer as they call it at times. So apparently once they are in caves, that summons their inner spirits or something like that and whatnot. And then there was a lady who cried, and she was panting and crying, and we were told that there's no going back, so she should get close to the god. And some people, we had to go upstairs, downstairs, and narrow spaces, and other people were crawling, whatnot. So if you're claustrophobic, I wouldn't suggest going there. And this is a statue of, who is it? But it's one of the men who discovered the fossils. And then we are finally out on the other side. And here's the outside and what it looks like. And you can pause and read yeah, what's the name of this place? I forgot. And there were people dancing around. It's that place where the sky is always blue, where I was doing a virtual tour, Montecasino, at Montecasino, and I went to go get dinner. That's my dinner. The only thing I enjoyed about the dinner is the drink. Actually, it was really nice. And then after that, my week was over, and I headed back to wherever it is that I came from. That was a great week. I hope you enjoyed watching the video. Word of the day is from Psalms chapter 107 verse 6. It says, "Then they cried out to the Lord in their trouble, and he delivered them from their distress." If you are distressed, cry out to the Lord for help. And he is not a God that he should lie. If you go to him with a pure heart, truly humbling yourself, he surely will deliver you.